This is Unit 2, Lesson 3, and it's the second part of our Read Aloud. We were just in Part 1, we were learning about vertebrates, and we are going to continue on to learn about some invertebrates. Think how many insects there must be on our planet. They make up 3/4 of all the species in the animal kingdom. Can you name a few of the many animals in the insect group? Flies, wasps, beetles, cockroaches, ladybugs, and butterflies are all insects. There are surely a lot more species of insects than there are species of amphibians, mammals, birds, fish, and reptiles all put together. Even though insects are by far the largest group of invertebrates, they are not the only invertebrates. Here's another question for you to think about. Close your eyes and pretend you are a taxonomist for a moment. Do you know what a taxonomist is? Someone who saves animals by making a sculpture when they're dead. Can you think of any other animals without backbones? Here's a hint. Instead of internal vertebrae, these animals have an external or outer hard body covering. The largest group of invertebrates is made up of arthropods. Insects make up the largest group of arthropods. Another large group of arthropods includes arachnids. Spiders are arachnids, and so are ticks, daddy longlegs, and scorpions. Insects have 6 legs and 3 body parts. The ant in this image has very long antennae. They almost look like legs. In comparison, arachnids have 8 legs and 2 body parts. Instead of having flexible internal skeletons, all of the arthropods wear a tough exoskeleton, or protective covering, on the outside. I bet you can recognize some of these common examples of insects and arachnids. A crustacean is another kind of invertebrate and also a type of arthropod. Crustaceans have exoskeletons and usually live in water. Copepods are the smallest of the crustaceans. They are barely visible, but they are a very important source of food for fish in the ocean. Can anyone think of other animals that are classified as crustaceans? Some of the more common crustaceans include shrimp, lobsters, fiddler crabs, and blue crabs. These animals all have a hard exoskeleton, which protects the body and keeps it from drying out. Have you ever seen a crab? If you eat a blue crab like this one or a lobster, you have to remove its hard exoskeleton to find the tasty meat inside. Snails, jellyfish, and earthworms are also invertebrates. Other spineless creatures include coral, sea anemones, and sea stars. Many invertebrates are small and hidden and may not even seem like animals, but they are by far the largest group of animals populating the Earth. What a lot of ways there are to classify animals. The purpose of this classification system is to understand each organism better by the characteristics that make it unique. Vertebrates and invertebrates are 2 types of animals in the world of taxonomy. It is just one way of classifying animals, but I think it is a very helpful way, don't you? You and I may not look at all alike or much like Ebenezer, Tabitha, or Anna, but we have a very distinct similarity to one another. We all have backbones. Look at this chart that shows how a group of familiar organisms are related to each other. On the top row, you can see a group of living organisms: a house cat, a mountain lion, a tiger, a seal, a turtle, a grasshopper, and a tree. In the next row, titled Kingdom, notice that one of the living organisms is no longer included: the tree. The tree actually belongs to a different kingdom. This row now shows only organisms that are part of the animal kingdom. In the next row, titled Phylum, the grasshopper is no longer included. All of the rest of the animals represented here are vertebrates, part of the Chordata phylum. In looking at the class row, you may notice that the turtle is no longer included. The turtle is in the reptile class, and all of the other animals shown are mammals. In the row labeled Order, the mouse is not included because it is not a carnivore like the other animals shown. What's true about all the animals in the next row? Family. Yes, they are all different types of cats. In the genus row, you can see that the house cat and mountain lion are more closely related than the tiger. And the very last row represents one specific animal, a species of house cat. This process of starting out with many animals and ending up with just one is called the process of elimination. As we went down the list, we eliminated or removed any animals that no longer had anything in common. Boys and girls, I would like you to take a moment and write down 2 things on your note sheet that you learned in this read aloud.